Hey, good morning, everybody. Bob with Trade Genius, the 22nd of June, and I want to talk gold here with you and the miners. And we had the breakout, okay, and we broke through this 1370 area that we've been watching for a long, long time. And so now, what that does in my mind is now we have a new rectangle of price now to start to think about, which takes us, at least in my view, to 1550, and then once we get above that, to assault the all-time highs. However, that's macro from those who trade, is that expect a pullback here. This is a standard deviation chart. This is 2 and this is -2. And what I did was I modified my upper band to 3 standard deviations, and we're above that. We nearly had a 4 standard deviation move over the last 100 days. Okay, that's not sustainable, especially since really the macro picture hasn't changed. So it's still all on the come, and the Fed hasn't done anything. And a lot of people are using this as an expectation in July that they're going to cut rates and cut them aggressively. And look, I'm the biggest gold bug in the world, and I'm the biggest fiat is garbage in the world, but I just don't see why the Federal Reserve feels compelled to lower interest rates at this point. And I think it's going to come in the fall. The Federal Reserve is now, the market is doing its heavy lifting. And so now it puts them in a situation where they can continue to reduce the balance sheet and give them, in their mind, the ammunition to liquefy the markets, when they think it's going to be necessary. So I just think gold got a little bit ahead of itself. I'm happy we made money from the transaction. And I think the next move is going to be the move that propels us. So I would look for this thing to pull back. I'm not calling for any kind of collapse or deflation or anything crazy like that. Typically, when you get a breakout, it'll test the breakout. So I think we'll come back down and test this. This is the 9-period moving average. A lot of times it tests around that moving average, and so I would look for it to pull back to 1350 area, and and then we'll just have to wait and see if it'll fall back down towards the midpoint. Now you have to realize too, over time, this linear regression is going to get more and more steep because of it's going to start counting into its average. So the pullback is going to be going in an environment where it's rising. So um, I think the bull market's here, and they can never, if you look at this thing from like a monthly standpoint, is that they never could pull gold down. This whole quote unquote, the parabola got blown off. This move from here to here kept it in the top 1/3 of the pullback from the 2002 lows. Okay, so this to me is a consolidation on high. This is the breakout that people are talking about, like right here. Okay, so we're looking at it from a monthly standpoint. It doesn't look that impressive, but when you're trading with leverage. A $50 move back down in gold will bring the miners down 3 and 5 and 8%, and everybody will panic, and the gold bears will be declaring victory. But as far as I'm concerned, as long as this number right here holds 1250 on any pullback, then higher we go. So this is the next area afterwards I'm looking at right here. This 1550, 1600 is the measured move. And then from there, we're going to go to 1800, and then we'll assault the highs, and then off we go. I mean, we have no choice at this point. The dollar is abnormally strong because of just flows coming into the country, because the rest of the world is in deep weeds. But at some point, gold is going to move with the dollar strength, and that's what we're seeing here. And that's the final countdown, in my view. Once gold and the dollar move together, it's saying that the liquidity fire hose is in place, but they need the Fed. and until the Fed starts to reduce interest rates, actually do QE, actually eliminate competition from gold, i.e., the bond market, then gold's just going to still be at the starting gate. But once that goes, it'll be a breathtaking move. So, but just in the near term, we just have to keep an eye on that, and look for the pullback, and don't be freaked out when it happens. And then here's some of the miners here. I think also we'll probably see a pullback a little bit in GOLD. Okay, again, this move is a 4 standard deviation move in these big gap ups. So I'm looking for GLD to fall back down to the 14s here, test this test its breakout, and fill this gap, and then I think it's going to move higher again. And this move here was, I think, artificial, and then this move here just was an incredible rip. And so that's one we'll keep an eye on. 'Cause that one trades weekly if you like to generate income, which I have been on it, and will continue to do so. Here's one that's just been sitting at the starting gate. I think Goro has a lot of room to run. ALO, I think, has a lot of room to run. EXK starting to make its move now. Great Panther. I mean, look at these. A lot of opportunities for 30 and 40% moves once this thing comes through. Gold Standard Ventures is don't know what happened here on Friday. There must have been some news, or if this is one I've been watching too. I've traded this one before, but it pulled back. I wonder if it did could have done a capital raise. So my favorite one that seems to be really, really sensitive to moves is Mag Silver, for whatever reason. So it made a double top here. Here's the handle. So keep an eye on Mag. If Mag starts to climb back up from here, you're looking from a $9 to a $12 move. You're looking from $12 to $15. We take a look at Mag here on a monthly to give you perspective. So its highs were 18, and this thing seems to trade really well. We've had a lot of success trading Mag, and here's another one that seems to be ready to go too. Is Kinross Gold. So there's just a lot of miners that haven't made the move yet. It's really a belief thing, and once people believe that gold is now at a higher level, all the analysts have to recalculate their valuations for these companies, and they're going to get bought. And a lot of these small ones are going to just get taken out. A lotto that we've looked at before, and I've seen other chatter now in the, I'll give you a headache. I've seen chatter in the Twitter sphere is load. We've had these moves before where we've been trading these rips. We've been buying it at 18 and selling it when it got over 20, and then what's interesting about LODE, Comstock, was when gold and all the miners are falling, LODE was holding, and then now it pushed back down. But these spikes are just pure profit spikes if you want to take a lotto in here, and just set sell limits. You could buy it at 18, sell it at 21. I mean, all day long, 20% moves. It's nice. We've done it 2 or 3 times, and I'll be taking a look at it again. If I get the price down to, I'd like to see if I can get it at 18 or 17 cents. So these are all out there, but just look for next week, and maybe even the week after, if there's any kind of dovish conversations between China and the U.S. and the G20, it'll probably not be good for gold short term. And then we're just going to probably have to wait for the fall for the next big lift off. So anyway, thanks for listening. If you want to trade with us, we trade Forex with Nadex, and I think we're 22-0 here since the month of June has been perfect, and nice way to build income and learn how to trade. It really teaches you discipline, and also how price moves. And then cryptos, we just been absolutely on a tear. We've been big believers for a long time, and we just kept buying right through, and now we're getting paid bigly right now, and I'm sure Phil will have more to say on it this weekend. I know he put some videos together, but this move is really just back in the early innings again. And I think it'll be breathtaking how much it goes. So join us. We'll help you navigate through it and make money and stay ahead of the game. Bye bye.